Good morning and welcome back to another art lesson. Today we are going to be creating a silly frog sitting on a lily pad. So what you are going to need for today's project is you are going to need a blank sheet of white paper, a pencil to get you started, something black so that you can outline, a black marker, crayon, colored pencil, and then other coloring supplies like markers, crayons, whatever you have available to you. So what we're going to do is to get started, we're going to break this down into shapes. If you look at this frog, you can see that his body is a large circle. His eyes are medium circles. So what we're going to do is we're just going to break this down into shapes and you will follow along. Okay, in the very middle of your paper, you are going to draw that large circle for your frog's body. And if it's not a perfect circle, that's okay. Mine's not a perfect circle. Look, it's kind of got like a wonky edge there. No big deal. Next, I'm going to add the two eyes up here at the top. So I'm going to add one medium-sized circle and another medium-sized circle. And you can see that they touch right there in the middle. And then I'm going to add a small circle for the center of the eye. And if you want to get kind of fancy, you can add a little shine mark so that when you go to color it in, that shine mark will show. You just leave it white. Okay, and then I'm going to add like little eyebrows up here at the top. And we want to make this a really smiley, happy frog. So we're going to add a little smile there so he's happy. And we're going to add some little polka dots onto his body. So small circles, big circles, and just kind of spread them out. So it looks like his skin has some texture. If you just want to add like a few little bumps, that's fine too. Okay, next we're going to add the legs. So it's almost like you're drawing half of a heart on both sides. And then you're going to add like an oval down at the bottom that touches that circle. So now it looks like his legs are kind of folded up. Again, I'm just going to go in and add some of those little circles, details on the legs. Perfect. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the hands that are going to come down off the side of the frog. So I'm just going to draw two lines and then two little hands that come down. There you go, just like that. So it looks like he's kind of touching his belly. Alrighty, now we're going to add a little horizon line. So we're going to add a wiggly line behind the frog so it looks like he is on the water. So this is your background. This is the water. But we're going to add a lily pad that your frog is sitting on. It's almost like a long, skinny oval, but then it has a little bite taken out of it, kind of like a Pac-Man. So I'm just going to take my marker, come around, and then I'm going to come around this way too, and then I'm just going to put a little chunk coming out of it. Okay, so now it looks like a little Pac-Man kind of like on its side. And everyone's is going to look different. If you want, you could even go in and add like a little flower onto your lily pad. You could add little flowers like floating in the water. That's up to you. That's your choice. I like to kind of go in and add some plants just to fill up the background a little bit better. You could also add like a sun setting in your background. It's your choice on how you finish your drawing. And if I'm ever going too fast, just pause the video and catch up and then restart. There we go. Okay, once you have this done with pencil, you're going to trace it with a black marker and then you're going to get out all of your coloring supplies. So I'm going to get out a black marker, a brown marker, and I'm going to start coloring in some of these little polka dots that I added. And then I'm going to take a green marker and I'm just going to put a nice thick outline next to the black outline. There we go. And then I can take my green crayon and I can just start filling it in. And you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can color in your frog however you would like. Your choice. You're the artist. Okay, let's just pretend like I filled in the whole frog. Now I'm going to come down here and work on the lily pad. And I want my lily pad to be really colorful. So I think I'm going to choose this like bright pink fuchsia color. And I'm just going to start coloring that in. Making sure you get all of your white spots. Don't forget about the little flower. So maybe I'm going to take maybe this like bright orange color. And I'm going to fill that flower in using my marker. But again, just use whatever supplies you have. If you don't have some of these supplies, maybe you have colored pencils, use those instead. And I'm going to go in and add just a few like water lines with my blue marker. And I'm going to take my blue crayon. Make sure it says blue, not indigo, because then you're going to end up with kind of like a purpley color. And I'm just going to start coloring in the water, side to side, no scribbling. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to color in the weeds that I've added. So I'm just going to get out some brown. Maybe even like a tan color. There we go. Once you have all of that completed, then you're going to work on your background. You can see on mine, I used the warm colors and I kind of did like a rainbow shape. And I just colored all the way around with yellow. And then I moved on to orange and then red. And I even added like a teeny tiny bit of pink. So I'm just going to take my yellow crayon and I'm just going to start coloring out. All the way around. And you want your crayon to be coloring in the same direction. So right now I'm just coloring up and down. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to jump to the orange color. Same thing. Just kind of like tie-dye. You're like blending those colors together. And then let's just pretend that I went all the way around. Then I'm going to go to my red color. And blend that in. And you're just going to keep going all the way out until you have filled up your entire sky and you have a completed frog drawing. Once you have this done, please take a photo of it and upload it into your Seesaw or Google Classroom. I will grade it and I will pass it back to you. All right, I will talk to you guys soon. Good luck creating your frogs. Bye.